Hey Capricorn, how are you? So I'm starting to do tarot readings. I'll endeavor to do weekly intuitive tarot and monthly intuitive tarot for all 13 signs. There's not any sort of form necessarily in a traditional sense. It's really an unfolding on my own intuitive journey in as far as assisting in the paradigm shift on Earth. I had spiritual awakenings when I was about 19 years old, so I've been on this intuitive path for many years now. And ultimately, it's out of this intuitive, loving capacity that Alta Love as a business was born. And, this platform is my livelihood. So I'll continue to expand and be guided really by the intuition, by spirit, whatever you want to call it. Hi, Tree Hugger, how are you? Dave. Yeah, to serve, just to be in loving service for my brothers and sisters on the planet right now who are going through some shaz. Yeah, so that's the nature of this channel. So really the intuitive readings are just to expand, offer more access to the guidance, to the love. So I'll crack on with the reading, you guys. If it resonates, great. If not, there's so much wonderful tarot on YouTube that I can almost guarantee you shall find your way and you shall find the messages that are meant for you. Thank you, Tree Hugger. Yeah, it certainly is feeling that way more so. It's been a long, dark winter, tough spring, and yet, this vibrashe of keeping on, not being under any illusions, right? As far as trusting the heart space, staying connected. This reading is for Capricorn energy. Those of you who resonate with the energy of the sign of Capricorn. We're attuning to the divine. We're attuning to the highest and most loving and most benevolent guidance in as far as what the energy of the Capricorn collective is sitting with. I do resonate with you guys. I'm a Capricorn ascendant, Capricorn rising, Aries sun, and Virgo moon. So, and I had quite a extensive astrological reading about coming up to 4 years ago. And in that reading, they said that I was coming into my Capricorn season, you could say. So, and that makes perfect sense to me when I look at the life path and the qualities that I'm beginning to embody. Whereas it's like the first portion of my life was like my Aries, just like, like running forward, like breaking through all this stuff. And then the publishing of the book was sort of the integrity of the Capricorn energy. Like for me as an empath, putting down my foundations and saying, this is me. I.e. becoming more Capricorn, not running so fast. And putting the pillars of the new foundation down so that I could build a foundation that provided a sense of stability and longevity from within the heart rather than trying to align to the external world construct. Hence, new paradigm, right? Not old paradigm, you guys. Old, it's so funny as well because all the readings are really representative of this. Hence why you want to find guides, teachers, mentors, peoples that you res with. Because we're all students and teachers ultimately. In the new paradigm, we're all students and teachers. There's no control and domination. We respect self-sovereignty and self-responsibility. It's sort of like the only way for us to evolve as humans is to become more responsible and to live from the heart so that we don't destroy each other and destroy our home. Just a couple more cards that want to come out for us. Right on. Right on. Yeah. So this is like the energy that we're overcoming is the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So they came out in reverse, which is just so obvious. Like waiting around for your hard work to pay off, and this energy of being stabbed in the back. So this is the energy we're overcoming, we're healing from. The World card in this reading feels like a healing card. It feels like it's a full contained experience that is, of course, this revolutionizing a type of experience or transformational type of experience, that we're moving from one world into another world, because then we have this Six of Swords, this taking a trip, this, setting off onto new horizons, new calmer waters, calmer seas, with all of our awareness, all of our battle wounds in what we're taking with us. We're not taking baggage. There's no baggage necessarily. This is just understanding. We're taking the understanding, the mental awareness, we're encapsulating it in the world as we know, and ultimately we're laying it to rest. So we're actually overcoming this idea of having to work really hard just to be stabbed in the back continuously. And we're embracing that the world is our own, and we're taking a trip into new shores. And this is always, this is how, to me, intuitive tarot works, is that it's how it resonates. It's how we interpret it and then biofeedback off of one another as the one receiving the messages and giving them. Is that this could be symbolic, this can be physical, taking a trip, moving house, moving town, but this can also just mean a state of being, a state of our consciousness, is that we're actually in our beingness letting go of the story, and in our mindscape, and thus beingness and perception, we're moving into calmer waters. Okay, so this is really good. This is a really good sign. And then we have, which is really fantastic over here, we have the Nine of Cups and the King of Swords. So this is like a total transformation and then an evolution into the kingdom, right? Like an evolution into your taking no shit from nobody. You know what you've been through. You've learned your lessons. You're taking your lessons with you, but leaving the baggage behind. And you're gonna, once you get to these new shores, you're just gonna sit pretty on your throne. Look at, because this guy is sitting pretty on his throne as well. There's a great, this is a very nice balanced energy with the mental and emotional capacity. These two cards together are symbolic to me of a king who has or is coming into emotional satisfaction and mastery, and is sitting pretty on his throne. So there's a with the Nine of Cups here, there's a sort of a softness and a gentleness to this King of Swords. At the same time, it is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords knows the self, knows the mind, and will use the sword if need be, i.e. will cut out toxic energy, will lay down that boundary if need be. So there's a completely different energy to this guy. Like working really hard, keeping down, like must just keep working and always getting stabbed on the back. Boom, flip that upside down, embrace the world, and you're the creator of that world. Be bold, take a new journey, go to new heights, right? Because this is the energy that you're coming into. This is the energy that we're setting forth to embody as a very accomplished king, a very emotionally accomplished king. And then a rebirth. So this is to me what ties it all in, is an absolute affirmative card saying this is a rebirth, this is a transformational cycle, and you're in it. So you are being reborn. The promise here is that trust the rebirth, right? Trust that this must be an intuitive knowing for us Capricorns. The Capricorn energy, you know how abundant you truly are. You know deep down your true power and the efficacy of your intuition to know the difference. So this is, again, someone who's been through it, who's worked through it, who's accomplished and been through a lot emotionally and mentally, and deserves to be sitting on this throne. And they know it because they've risen to this state of incredible power as the king of the jungle, as this lion, as this strength energy, and yet out of this strength is this incredibly innocent child playing the flute. So there's actually within the rebirth this satisfaction that comes in the kind of underlying backbone energy of the King of Swords, means that there's actually a real playfulness and innocence and openness and a curiosity and also empathy in this king, right? So this king is embodying a real sense of integrity and wholeness, having accomplished a lot, and thus having, yes, maybe a pride, a nobility, a dignity, but there again being at the cups, an emotional groundedness, you know, an emotional awareness, which is a really good card to have with this King of Swords, especially with this community typically being an empathic community. It's not overly hard, you know, it's not maybe as firm as how we might often interpret this King of Swords. Hi Rochelle, I saw you there, Rochelle, how are you, my friend? So yeah, rebirth, transformation, we're being reborn. You know, depending on where you sit exactly with this timeline, if it's resonating with you, you kind of know all this already. You know, you're setting forth, you're taking action, you're moving in new directions. You do know you've been going through a transformation. You'll probably get this as well. You'll probably know that you've just worked hard and had to lay a whole bunch of shitty, painful energy to rest so that you can move on and create your own new world, essentially, through this regenesis, through this transformation, which has been taking place from within all along, ultimately, probably for you know, decades, if not lifetimes, right? Let me just see if there's like one more card. That throne will be an enjoyable experience. Treehacker, you're never gonna guess this. And then I get this card, postponement. I'm gonna noodle. I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna go with it. What's this postponement saying to us? What's that about? Okay. That makes sense to me. As much for me as for you, you guys. So this postponement is really relevant with some of the energies I feel that we've been sifting through as a collective paradigm shifting tribe, you could say. So I can feel it inside myself. This might only relate to a few of you guys. This postponement energy, oh God, I can feel how relevant it is specifically for me, but this is probably relevant for some of you. So postponement energy is a little bit to do with the rebel. Because I can feel it. The rebel is sort of like the fight energy. We're still wanting, there's still maybe some underlying like chains that we need to break free from to lift the postponement energy. Anger against the system, attack energy against the system, subtle rebellious energies we have in opposition to classism, rich or poor, and just maybe rebellious energy, even simply if we were to put it around authority figure and or externalizing our power. Anything that's externalizing our power that invokes the sense of having to be a rebel, apparently that's postponing. That's postponing this, which we're just so gosh darn excited to sit down on and enjoy, aren't we? Just, isn't it just right? Imminent. It's imminent. It's like right. It's like when you go to put your foot down to twinkle in the pool. we're just reaching that one foot down, and it's imminent. That foot touching the water is absolutely imminent, right? Because we know what we've been through. We know what we've been through. So this whole transformational cycle, which has been maybe happening for lifetimes, happening for years, it's now. new horizons. It's right there. And okay, if it's not here now, that's the postponement energy. It has to do with this rebel. This rebel we know, which is part of our identity, which is part of the fight. It's part of, it's sort of this weird, I get it from my person. I get why it's almost a bit addictive, wanting to be the rebel, wanting to be, there's an egoic attachment to a rebelliousness that makes us feel important. And that's actually postponing the real divinity that we are, the kingdom that we truly embody comes from within us. So any aspect of self that is fighting the system is postponing the grace that is the true divinity that we seek there, but truly it's here. Thank you for that clarity. Cheers. Cheers. Okay. So then, what I've actually got, and this shall complete this reading for today, my lovely Capricorns. So, okay, cheers. If there's a bit of fight going on still, a little bit of inner conflict with this system or the authority, what have you, that's postponing. This isn't what we want, my friends. We want it here now. So what is our solution? Turning in and sharing. Find some silent space. Share your gifts with the world. Share yourself with the world. Just share yourself with the world. That is all. That's all you need to do. We don't need to fight anything no more. You know, just be your peaceful. Look at this gorgeous goddess. What have I got? Coffee? Anyone? Coffee? Although you guys know me, like I can sit here and rage against the system, but that's not helping me, apparently. What would help me is finding more meditation time and to continue sharing benevolently from your soul. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Sweet CC is sharing her lentil soup with us. I suddenly am having a flash of the scene from Hook, the movie, where they all sit down to the dinner table. Y'all, I can smell it. I can smell how good that lentil soup is gonna taste. And then we can all enjoy and we can share our love with one another by remembering the truth of our of our infinity self, that silent self, the divine spark, the star power, and that helps us kind of do away with all of these sort of demons, these little demons, which again, even though we might like this part of ourselves, because there's an aspect of you know, love-hate relationship with every aspect in our polarity existence, yet, you know, at this point, for this collective, the rebel energy's got to go. We got to drop it. We got to take those chains off. Love the rebel as we know it, and yet also drop the fight. Drop the fight. Go within. Share your love. The more we share the love, the more we vibrate the love, and then we invite the love. The more we share the love, the more we vibrate the love, the more we receive and invite, the more we invite and receive the love, right? You're referring to the card or self as the goddess. I don't even know, but it's all one to me, I suppose. But it is the one aspect. So we release the conflict from within, the rebel, if there's still remaining threads being acted out. Yeah. And then we embody this energy, because this is the god and or the benevolent goddess within, because really we are one. So we go within, we tap the void, and we bring out that juicy elixir as the goddess of abundance, right? Because we just have so much to share. It's just so infinite and divine. So because we know this to be the truth, this very accomplished, soulful, and yet this is an important energy. I feel this King of Swords energy is important for a lot of us in the empath community, to know the difference, to be discerning with where you're sharing and exchanging energies, and have the strength, because there's a lion in this rebirth card, have the strength to cut out the toxicity. Just love yourself. Just love yourself, you know? Focus on the love, share the love, go within, have lots of rest time and downtime and meditation time, And then when you feel inspired, share that love, share that lentil soup with all that you love, and know that you've done good. You deserve to be like, yay, I did well, I did good there, you know, and this is true. And because this is the story for the collective that we're releasing, this burdensome toiling and slaving away to belong and survive here. No, we all belong. We all deserve to thrive. So that's this transformation paradigm shift energy. This is a very affirmative reading for the collective, and certainly in resonance with the Capricorns. So Capricorns, I love you. I wish us all the best in transforming these patterns and cycles and up-leveling ourselves to sit and love our kingdoms, right? Because that's really what we all deserve, to just be able to love the love and continue to discipline ourselves to that more loving perspective, because that's ultimately the work, right? Yes, yes, you guys have a great day. I'll speak to you soon. Let's see how many more I got. I'm working my way through it, and so I've got 3 more. I'm gonna do them live. It's fun doing the live readings with you guys. So yeah, weekly intuitive readings, and then monthly intuitive readings, and I'll carry on doing my just like daily noodle shares, like what's going on in my mind, heart space. So 3 more readings, Aquarius, Pisces, and Ophiuchus. I'm looking forward to them all. You guys have a gorgeous day. Just have a gorgeous day, you guys. Love you, sweetsies. Love you. Bye, guys.